to hit. We got the updates. Sending data online. Here we go. Oh. What do I need?
I get lost inside my thoughts and when I start to think.
Okay, lowering that volume. Hopefully that works. Hello. Alright, we got this. Sending data. Twitch. Live on Twitch. There we go. Next, I need this. Hey, what's up, Mason? How you doing, buddy? Trying to get all this working, all this set up and ready to go. What you been up to lately? Hey, what's up, Jordan? Welcome to the chat. Is the music too loud? This time, in order to not get copyrighted, I'm using a non-copyright playlist. So hopefully this'll work out in my favor. It says we're online on YouTube right now, but it's not pulling up on the YouTube page. Do I have to go to YouTube Live to do that? Music is good. Music is fine. You got caught. Yeah, the video I did by myself last time, the one I did right before I interviewed you, it got copyrighted and pulled off YouTube. Mason, I need you back on, buddy. One day we'll have to get you set up so we can restream with each other. I mean, you have a full setup in your room. Twitch will turn off audio on VODs if you listen to any good music. Yeah, no, the thing is, it was YouTube that pulled it off. It wasn't Twitch. Yeah, I miss you, Mason. Haha! Alright, pull this off. And we don't want this. We want channel. It's getting all set up. Sorry guys, I'm just getting all set up. I'm gonna turn down the music. Actually, I think I need to turn it down on my end because it's a little loud. Not for you guys, but for me. It's hard to focus sometimes. Let's see. Restream. Pulling that back up. Yada yada yada. Ha ha ha. Alright, me amigos. I think we're all set. Guess we're gonna start off with the question of the day. Do you guys think we're free? That's the real question. Oh my gosh, it's working on YouTube. I like this. I'm gonna go ahead and like that video. Says you're live on YouTube. I know. I'm so happy. It's actually working. Oh man. Oh, I gotta send out the snaps. I'm so sorry, guys. Before we actually get started. Haha, going live 7:30. Here we go. Join the chat. Tell me what you think. Are we really free? That's the big question nowadays. And there's an awesome cat in the back. Going live 7:30. I'm gonna turn that down so you guys don't hear that on repeat. Oh my goodness. Here we go. Let's see. I need to attach DayDreams podcast. Attach. And now I'm sending it out to all the boys. Hey. Pew, 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 pew. Sending it out to a couple Coolio people. Alright, cool. What's the Snapchat? I gotta add it. It's my personal Snapchat. It's just Dylan Cali, DYLNCALI. That's literally it. I mean, nothing special. Like literally the name I go by on every app. Alright, let's see. Oh, is it? Am I playing the live audio? No, good. I don't want to play the live audio. Good. Everything's muted. Cool. Okay. Yeah, so the reason why I kind of chose this topic is because of the whole reason, or is because of, it's going to sound weird, but I chose this topic mainly because of Kobe Bryant's death. And RIP, rest in peace, Kobe. Like, really sad tragedy, but what got me thinking is someone like Kobe Bryant, who was this all-star basketball player who influenced the world, to just abruptly have an accident that causes your death untimely. It just got me thinking, is that like really what we're destined for? Is there a such thing as destiny? Is there such thing as free will? Like, what's determinism at this point? If Kobe Bryant, someone that successful, if he just dies abruptly. So it really got me thinking and got me questioning, kind of philosophically, having those shower thoughts. You know, I mean, it blew my mind to think this man who has spent his entire life influencing people, his entire life being a role model to kids that just want to play basketball. Hey, what's up, Del? But I can't help but to question, you know, this man that had it all, this man that had everything, to just go like that. I mean, what do you guys think? I mean, do you guys think there's such thing as a destiny that's guiding everything? Do you think that there's a purpose to his death? I mean, if not, is it all just coincidental? I mean, what's the point of it? Del, did they ever respond to you? Let's see. About to go to the gym. Oh shoot. I personally do. I believe that there's such thing as a destiny. To the extent that we can alter it ourselves, that's questionable. But in general terms, I do believe that there is some guiding force behind us. Like for example, when I think about like famous musicians, I think of like Jimi Hendrix, John Mayer, and Nikki's gonna laugh at me in the background, but John Mayer, in my opinion, that man was born to play the guitar. If you listen to any of his stuff, like the dude has got like a sense of music that most people don't have. So when you look at his history of where he came from and how he got involved with music, it just makes sense that you would think, oh shit, maybe this guy was actually born to play music. I mean, granted, I don't know how much of that is coincidental, and you're thinking to yourself, you know, maybe you're just looking for signs based off past history, which could very well be. But I don't think that that is as interesting to think about. I think that people are destined for certain roles. For certain roles in society. Let's see. Yeah. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. I mean, what you guys think? Is there more to it? Because I do want to say that there is. Nikki, what you think? What you think? Destiny. You think destiny's a real thing?
Sometimes I think it is, sometimes I don't.
Why?
I don't know.
You don't think that we're destined for certain things?
But there might be. I mean, you might be destined. Like, you might be.
You don't know?
I really don't know.
I don't either at this point. I want to say that there is a such thing as destiny, but I feel like that's the optimist in me talking. But then I think, you know, what's the point of destiny if, you know, some people live in poverty for their entire lives and they just don't experience any happiness? Like, are they really destined to not live in happiness? Like, there's the negative side of it. You know what I'm saying? Why? What you mean, why, Del? What you mean? Why do I believe in destiny, or why do I choose to want to believe in destiny? I mean, it's hard. It's hard to explain to... I don't know. I just feel like, especially when people look back on their lives, like I feel like there were certain things that were guiding me to where I am now. But again, that could all be, I'm at the bar but wanted to tune in. That's fantastic, Del. Take a shot for me, dude. I hope you're celebrating something. I hope you're celebrating. But again, looking at someone like Kobe Bryant, who spent his entire life being an influence to people, being a role model to people, and then to just somehow out of the blue get into this freak accident. I don't know, like, it makes me question destiny. It makes me question free will. Like, what are we destined for in general? Is the human race destined for something important? Are we, and as individuals, destined for something important? I mean, because if a man like Kobe Bryant, like, who had it all, I mean, that man was a fantastic basketball player. He had an amazing family, amazing career, then just snap, gone. Like, it could all be over in an instant. You don't know. Is that your destiny? I don't know. That's what's scary sometimes. You don't know. But I think it's interesting to play the game. Play the game, are we free? Well, God planned for him to go that way, or that day not necessarily that way, if you believe in God. I do. I believe that there is a higher power out there that's guiding forces. And that's from my specific experiences as well, and I can't turn anybody into a believer, and I'm not gonna try to turn anybody into a believer. But at the same time, like, I guess not at the same time, but yeah, that's my opinion. I mean, what do you guys think? I mean, I guess the question of free will wasn't really asked at this point, whether or not we have free will, or if we focus more on determinism as humans. It's been more based off destiny, and I think those are two different things, free will and determinism. I guess you can kind of relate them, but generally speaking, I think destiny is real but can easily be manipulated. Like, we have the power to manipulate it, because a lot of people, especially minds like Sam Harris don't seem to think that we have free will. Minds like Sam Harris seem to think that determinism is what's probably causing your actions right now. Like, if I just ask you to think of a color, you're going to have stimuli in your room that are going to generate a specific response, and you're going to say whatever color that comes to mind. That'll probably emulate free will, but it's not necessarily free will because you've had other stimuli determining your actions. Yeah, without knowing that we are doing it. My good old boy Naruto fights against that destinic reality. Oh man, that's why I love Naruto. He's my boy. Like, if you think about it, if you think about destiny in terms of people that were born poor, all right, and people that decide they want to work hard for their life, they want to work hard to provide for their future family. In terms of determinism, it was their certain circumstances that put them in that mode of reality that made them want to push themselves further. So someone like, what was it? Barbara, what's her last name from Shark Tank? Nikki, what's Barbara's last name from Shark Tank? Yeah, wasn't she born poor? Yeah, she was born into poverty. Her boyfriend stole all her money?
Yeah.
Oh, shoot.
Moved to New York. She met a guy. She dated him for a long time, and he was like, invest in this company with me. She gave her the money.
Oh man, that's some crazy shit.
So she like literally went from nothing.
Oh man, shit. Yeah, like stuff like that. Like, you could have all the shit go wrong with you, but all that shit that goes wrong, like your boyfriend stealing your money, like she said, like about Barbara, the famous real estate agent that, you know, basically conquers New York. She's on Shark Tank. I don't remember her last name, but you know, she had all these circumstances that led into evaluating other actions, or her to pursue other actions that changed her outcome. So determinism, it does seem like a very good probability that there is a such thing as determinism, like responses to stimuli. However, to be able to predict that there is such thing as determinism, like your behavior will have a certain outcome. Hey dude, chill out. I think that's a little harder. I mean, well, let me know what you guys think. Do you guys think that there is a such thing as determinism? Or do we have more free will? This isn't about destiny anymore. It's about whether our actions are actually controlled by our own self, our own governing self. Because, for example, we don't have to get into the conspiracy part of free will, whether or not the whole government entities are out to control our mind with social media. I mean, we can if you guys want to. But let me know what you guys think about free will and determinism. I mean, this is an open-ended conversation, so hopefully I'm not just going to be the only one that's chatting to myself here. Oh, man. But, gosh, yeah. It's crazy to think that you might not have free will over your own actions. That's a crazy thought. Because it seems like you want to have free will, and it feels like you have free will. But in most cases, according to determinism, you wouldn't. Now, we can get into the scenario where someone is addicted to a certain... I'm eating pizza right now. Oh my gosh, you better enjoy that pizza for me then. Enjoy that pizza for me, girl. But in general, determinism is just a funny stance to take. What you guys think about determinism? Is it more likely, here we go, let's ask this question. Is it more likely that we have free will in today's society, or in general? Or is it more likely that we are determined? Our behavior is determined by certain stimuli. Now, what's interesting is I think there was a leaked document about Google and Facebook trying to, what's the word? Alter our behavioral patterns based off our search history, based off our preferences. I mean, everybody knows that Google is listening to you, and so is Facebook. I mean, that's why when you talk on your phone about something that you want to buy, like pizza, you're going to see an ad for pizza. And there's been some speculation that Facebook in itself was running campaigns or more liberal news on their own posts to create a bias for the election back in 2016. And man, that's crazy to think that a company like that has so much fucking power. I'm not sure, like you said, it feels like free will, but maybe it isn't. That's the thing. I'm not sure that I have free will over my actions. Like, what part of me is just saying that I'm not just this autonomous robot that's just walking around and I'm just observing what goes on in the hopes that I feel like I experience free will? Like my hand movement right now, like what if this is not free will? What it like this is just me in response to your response, basically saying that this is an example of not free will. So I did get to a point one time where I didn't feel like I was this is the weirdest thing to explain, and I don't think I ever told you about this, Nikki, but I felt like my mind and my body weren't fully connected. Like I had control over my body, but it just didn't feel real. And that's the weirdest experience to ever have. Oh my gosh, like almost like you're in third person and you're just kind of watching things happen. That happened for like a week. Maybe when I was 21. Oh man, that was the weirdest experience ever. Let me know if any of you guys have experienced anything like that. Because that's crazy. To feel like you're not in control of your own body. And I think that's one of my biggest fears. I think that's one of my biggest fears in general, is to not be in control. And I know that may sound weird to people that don't get it, but like take alcohol for example. Like an out-of-body experience. Almost like an out-of-body experience. But I was in my body, like just observing. Like I was like I still had the same perception of everything, but it was different. It just didn't feel like I was all there, like all within me. Like when I moved my hands, it didn't feel like it was me. Maybe I hacked the simulation. Damn, I'm gonna get striked on this video now. I'm gonna get striked, bro. Oh man, they're coming after me. FBI wants to know your location. Oh shit. Oh man. Like I said, it was the weirdest experience I'd ever felt. Yeah. It felt so weird. So weird. I think I might have hacked the simulation at that point. I think that's what it was. I hacked it. No, I'm just kidding. But for real though, it just was a crazy experience to not feel like you're in control. And I think that's one of my biggest fears, is to not be in control. Alcohol, for example, I think I was getting into that just a minute ago. You know, when you drink a lot, you become drunk. and you lose control over your senses, or you can black out and you lose control over your actions. And that's one of my biggest fears. Like, I don't want to ever wake up regretting something that I didn't mean to do. Like, if I regret something, I at least want to know that I did it and I did it with good intentions. Like, I did it not with good intentions, but I did it because I willed it to happen, or I guess not willed it. Fuck, I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. I get what you mean. I used to get those all the time when I was younger. Had it a few times last year. It's so creepy. I felt like I was going to pass out or something. I don't know. I know what you're talking about. Like, when I was younger, I would look around and it didn't seem real. Yeah, it's... Tried to explain it to my mom, but she couldn't understand. I think you and I might have experienced the same thing. Like, I had never felt it before. It's just the weirdest thing. I just didn't. I was like, there's a phenomenon. I think it's called depersonalization. That's what it's called. So, I think it's typically when you take psychedelics. Like, after the psychedelic effect has worn off. I know you haven't taken it, but when I was looking it up, I mean, that's typically what induces it. But in our case, is that it's different. We had it induced another way. It just the weirdest feeling in the world to not feel like you're in your own body. You're in your own skin. I don't know what it was. I just when I would think and I'd be driving or I'd be doing something, my body would just move and I'm just in this perception like, okay, like, is this even real? Am I even here? And I think that's one of my biggest fears, like I said, is just to not be in control of my own body. Yeah, definitely one of the weirdest experiences I'd ever felt. But that was like a week long. Or no, maybe longer than that. It was a weird episode. It wasn't like a seizure or anything, but you just felt like you were in control of your body, or you were in control, but it was just like this weird mixture. Like you were in your body, but it just didn't feel real. Now, that's just the weirdest thing, and I know I'm sounding crazy with this. Anybody else watching is probably like, what the fuck? But it's called depersonalization, and I had that when I was 21 years old, and that was the weirdest fucking thing I'd ever experienced. Never talked about it with anybody. I don't even think I told my wife. But, yeah, crazy shit. So anybody tuning in, we're talking about free will. Talking about being in control of your own body, being in control of your own actions. Does free will exist? Are there other outside influences that are influencing your behavior? We aren't free because we are limited to what the next circle is and how good our RNG is. Oh my gosh, that RNG factor, I'm telling you. Damn it, Kaylor. LOL, you're right. We broke the simulation. I think we did, Jordan. I think so. We aren't free, Kaylor. Damn it, the RNGs. The RNGs are taking over the world. Battle Royales are fun. I haven't been playing a lot, though. Addiction is another example of how we could not possibly be free. But then again, some people could argue that you are free and you're only addicted because of a lack of free will. And you just need to enforce your free will. Which, to an extent, you're solo on this channel now. Yeah, Mason is working, man. Mason's been working. So it's just me. Thanks for tuning in. Ninja, the question is, for today, is, are we free? Do we have free will? And however you want to interpret that question, we can go with it. We can interpret it as, do government entities control our freedom? Or we can ask the question, how does one become a guest? That's not the question we're asking, but just email me or text me. You can become a guest. We can make it happen anytime you're free. Maybe the concept of freedom isn't something that is black and white. Only for now. Mason will be back. Yes. Love. Lots of love to Mason. Let's send our Everybody just spam Mason. Tell him you want to be back on. You tell him you want him back on. And then he'll text me. He'll be like, hey, everybody wants me to come back on. I'm like, we did it, chat. We did it. Yeah, but maybe the concept of freedom isn't something that's black and white. I agree with Kaylor. I agree with that statement. The concept of freedom is something that's more complex. But a lot of people like to frame it as black and white, whether it's determinism versus free will. Kaylor, I know we've had an intellectual conversation about this on our own right. Well, the latest stream makes it easier for me. LOL, shoot, I can join midstream. Oh, you mean like right now? Shit, let's make this happen. Ninja, I'm gonna send me your email, Ninja. Text me your email. We're gonna make this happen. Fuck it, let's do it. Oh, that's not what I wanted. No, Matt, you're not supposed to put it on stream. Oh my goodness, Matt. Matt, you gotta Google, oh, I hope this works. I don't know if this works if you don't have, everyone has my email, send nudes. Like addiction, when you're younger, you think that being addicted to something means that you're doing drastic things like stealing from your family to buy drugs and sitting in the bathroom of a gas station shooting up heroin. Yeah, I think addiction is more discreet than that sometimes. Especially with the new vape industry. Shit, I'll be the first to admit, I love me some nicotine. I got addicted there for a while. Alright, Ninja, I need you to go to your email. And I need you to accept this invite I'm about to send. Do you believe that the government is controlling us by trials that's in the sky? Trials. Oh, trails. Chemtrails. Chemtrails. My bad. I thought the chemtrail conspiracy was that people were, they were controlling the weather with that. I didn't know they were controlling us using chemicals, or that's what people thought. Add people. Okay, I'm sending you an email. Email, Matt. Hopefully this works. I don't know. According to determinism, of course, that's a definite possibility because pheromones can control our actions when certain hormones are in the air. To the extent that people to claim that government is actively trying to control our behavior, I don't know. I don't have evidence for it. I know a lot of people will say they have evidence for it. I have not actually done the research or evidence, so I can't say anything. Now, I think a better example of governments controlling or corporations trying to control behavior is definitely social media. I think social media is definitely that crowd mentality. Big brain question. Is it a bad thing if the government is controlling us? Now, I want to answer this as indifferent as I possibly can. Obviously, the answer is no, but I want to look at it from a devil's advocate point of view, and maybe, for example, if everybody is fighting and killing each other, then possibly, but in a general sense, no. I don't think the government has the right to control our free will. But then again, if you look at laws like that are in place, obviously we have laws that state we shouldn't go kill anybody. I mean, and I think everybody would agree with that law. But that's an example of a government entity controlling or attempting to control us. Like when I look at my life, it is very good. Very good. I'm happy with it. Who knows if ignorance is bliss? Who knows? I agree. I asked the question a while ago to Drew, and I guess I'll ask it here, would you rather be intellectual in pursuit of knowledge to change the world, but depressed as fuck, or basically ignorant in bliss. Like, you're not going to do anything, you're not going to make any awesome discoveries, but you're basically just happy. So I asked that question to Drew, and he was basically like, man, I'd rather just be happy. And I think intelligence can be a curse in some aspects, but so can ignorance. Matt, I'm waiting on you. Wherever you're at, Matt. And yeah, if anybody wants to be a part of the chat, or be a part of the stream, I mean, we have it. We have the ability to interview people. So just send me your email whenever we're done off stream. Hopefully not like Matt, so everybody gets your email and spams your email with nudes. But if you ever want to be on stream and have interesting topics you want to talk about, it doesn't have to be philosophical talk. It can be anything from like collecting shoes or haircut styles, stuff like that. Whatever you want to do, whatever your topic is, you want to talk about it. Just let me know. If you this is a platform for everybody, so I want to be able to spread the positivity, like Phantom Draws does with the Yellow Heart movement. DayDreams podcast is part of the Yellow Heart movement. If you don't know what that is, Miss Jordan from Twitter, she's in the chat right now, and she has been so awesome in her support of DayDreams podcast. So go follow her on Twitter. Her name is, I think your Twitter handle is still Phantom Draws, right? Is that correct, Jordan? Oh, Matt, are you here? Yes, admit. Drone Junkie. Oh, there we go. All right. Hold on. Got this. Yeah, here we go. Smile more. Is that an Amazon thing?
There we go. I got audio.
Yeah. I need to click this and do that.
Now I gotta figure out where I gotta go to get. I guess I gotta go to your actual stream.
You can, if you want to pull up the chat.
Yeah, I'm working on that now. I don't know how to do this. There we go. Throw that over here.
Hopefully, hopefully no one flashes the camera this time, Matt.
Oh my god, I told my wife, I was like, hey, I'm going in to join Dylan's podcast, so if you want to flash a titty, let me know now so we can go ahead and
Oh my
get that out
gosh,
of the
yeah,
way.
I'm not trying to get banned on Twitch or YouTube, so please no. I mean, but it would get me more views, so I should just...
True, but she's like, make sure the background's decent, which y'all gotta forgive me, my background's terrible because I was not prepared.
Yeah.
But
You know, I wasn't...
I don't.
This is working out pretty well. I was not expecting a guest today.
So, what's with your background? Is that a green screen?
No,
or
I
you
live
just-
here now. I took out student loans,
oh,
bro.
Shit.
Yeah.
No, but is that a green screen or did you just get like a
Yeah,
background?
no, this is a green screen.
Alright, I gotta get me one
Yeah,
of those.
you like it?
Tax time.
Yeah. This was only 30 bucks.
The green
Yeah,
screen?
30 bucks. It's literally
Or is
it's
it-
not a green screen. It's like green fabric. So I makeshifted it and did whatever. I drilled some holes in the wall and just hung it up. What, Nikki?
Yeah.
What'd you make?
Hey, Nikki.
Yeah, it was her idea. She's the genius. I want to suck on Matt's toes. Matt, you gotta flash your feet now. Kayla's got a foot fetish. Beautiful. Kayla, would you like to come on the podcast at some point too? We could talk about memes. You
Shit,
toes are
send them
gross.
now. We'll triple guess this.
I don't know if I could do that with Google Meets. I might be able to. Kayla, you want to do it?
So,
You can just send
back
me
to
your
what you
email.
were saying about addiction.
Yeah. Hey, your camera is a little. Just focus it a little bit.
Focus. What if I did this? Make the lighting a little better.
Yeah, it's just not focused. How much do you pay your guests? I pay them with hugs and love. I pay them with my presence.
Yeah. He also has been known to send a nude or two in his day.
Yeah, if you like nudes, I got you covered.
How's that? Is that better?
Yeah, that's good. All right, so addiction.
I hate myself, but back to what you were saying about the whole nicotine. If I could go back in time and get my money back for everything I've spent on this thing right here, it's sickening.
Really?
Like just how much money I've spent on my nicotine addiction.
Do you do it just for fun? What do you do it for?
No, I used to smoke way back.
Yeah.
And then I quit for like cold turkey, and then I'd say about 8 or 9 years ago, back before like vapes actually became a thing, they used to have, so you know the little blue cigarettes that were real popular?
Yeah, you can buy them from gas stations and stuff.
Yeah, so how vaping used to work is you used to pull the
Oh, here.
hold
on.
the filter
Now that I got a
filter
guest speaker,
part
I'm
off.
gonna turn this off. Keep going.
You'd pull that out, you would put your little cotton thing over the coil, and it was kind of like a RDA now.
Yeah.
I did that back in my party days. Like I used to go like
Back in
have
your
some
party
straight up
days.
American Pie-esque parties.
Matt, you don't party anymore?
No.
No.
I got kids, bro.
Still party. I don't stop a lot
I
of
can
people.
guarantee you right now. Oh, I lied. No, because I have a freezer full of alcohol and I don't even touch it. It's for guests when they come over and they want to get dumb lit.
Yeah, I don't really drink. I may vape occasionally. I know that's my worst habit. Chat, don't hate me for that. But I will vape occasionally. My wife hates it, so that's probably the one reason why I'm not like just flat out addicted to it, because she makes me stop. Like when it gets bad, she's like, all right, you gotta quit.
Yeah, I'm flat out addicted, and I have no problem admitting that. Like it's.
I mean, like I said, if I didn't have Nikki behind me and basically whooping my ass into shape, I would be addicted.
Okay,
Tell her
to pick up vaping then.
Easy. Yeah, no.
See, my wife, you've met my wife.
Only through stream. I've actually never met you in person.
Through stream and through, nipple flashing in the closet.
I think I know your wife better than anybody at this point.
But she for the longest time, she didn't smoke cigarettes, she didn't vape, she did none of that. You know what she did?
What'd she do?
Straight up motherfucking tobacco out of a pipe.
Okay, so she was a real ass.
Yeah, like she was straight gangster.
Yeah.
And then I tried getting her into vaping, like, cause she still had that addiction, but she kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? She used her nicotine addiction and converted it over into caffeine addiction. And now when my wife doesn't have caffeine, oh my god.
I sympathize with that because I do the exact same thing. Like right now, I'm drinking tea, and this is the only thing that's keeping me going right now because caffeine for me, it's that stimulant, keeps you going. I mean, it's definitely a substitute. I've substituted nicotine addiction with an anime addiction, which is arguably worse.
Well, Kaylor, when y'all's fucking... Oh, can I say that word on the stream?
Yeah, you can say whatever you want. I'm gonna turn your volume up.
Sweet. When your anime addiction turns into me randomly getting an email or whatever saying that I have a free gift waiting for me from Austin, and it turns out it's that anime, what is it, Sex Math or whatever?
What are you talking about?
There's a video Austin and Kaylor made where they were like going, or they were. I did
up?
play it, and I'm pissed because it's the
am,
questions get progressively faster, and you have to answer them so fast. So like my wife's behind me, and I was like, "Mary, you see titties yet? You see titties yet?" And I don't have time to look over and see my anime titties. So fuck off, Kaylor. It's called adult math.
Adult math. Yeah, I wanted to vape for my anxiety, but I don't know how to inhale. It's destiny. I'm destined to never smoke. Yeah, don't start vaping. Don't start.
If you haven't started vaping
Yeah.
in a vaping society, don't. It's not.
Unless,
It's
yeah, it's an addiction that's not worth paying for.
yeah. It's
Yeah, you can ask a question. I know you know who I am. You can ask us. You can ask us a question. Go for it. Shoot. All the cool kids are vaping.
I say as I'm dragging mine.
As you're vaping. Oh yeah. Well, that's the problem. Like people seem to think that addiction is just a shortage or a lack of free will.
It's Is Snap still relevant? I've actually found myself talking to people on Snapchat more now than I ever have in the past.
Yeah, I think Snapchat is growing.
Snapchat. I'm actually switching my monitors
You know
because I
what? I
feel like
really
if I'm
like the story function on Snapchat, like where you get to go see like scroll through and like see the news. Like you can subscribe to people. Like not like your actual friends. I don't really check sorry guys. I don't really check out like all the friend stories, but like sometimes they'll have like really cool interesting stories about like video games or like just tidbits that you can watch and it takes like 5 seconds. I really like that.
oh, hey Dylan,
Yeah.
you ready for this?
Yeah. Hey, my boy. Thank you, Matt, for subscribing. Thank you. How else are you gonna flex your pics if you're not on Snapchat? Oh my god, just trying to prove a point.
I don't think he said pics. Your PC. You do it right here. You just grab this camera and you just flip over and you just boom.
Hey, there's the PC.
You flex on that with that $1,000 graphics card.
Yeah. Well, thank you for the subscription.
Oh, I unlocked an emote. What did I unlock?
Nothing. We don't have emotes. We're broke. Look at that
Uh,
2080 that you don't even play on.
Well, in my defense, up until what was it, Dylan? Maybe last week, my computer desk was completely covered in stuff because I've been slacking on housework lately.
Oof.
But now that I am up and functioning again, I've actually kind of been playing
Okay, so
Minecraft
why
a
is
little
it
bit.
that? All right, so let's bring it back to the topic, I guess. Why is it that you slack on housework? Is it like
because I work a 12-hour a day
okay,
job.
so
That's phys-
that could be determinism at that point. Like
well,
you lack the ability because you now lack the energy due to outside circumstances.
yeah, pretty much. Yeah, like I slept until okay. I went to bed last night. I played PlayStation for an hour last night and went to bed. I laid down at probably about 11. Fell asleep like I guess some point in time between like midnight and 1 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
Don't remember falling asleep because I woke up and this was on my floor.
Oof.
My headset was nowhere to be found. I slept until 2:30 this afternoon.
Hell yeah, dude.
Hell yeah now, but I'm wide awake at 8:30, and this is usually when I start like
Going to
kind of
bed.
getting tired, and I'm wide awake now, so it's gonna be interesting trying to go to sleep tonight.
Well, after
If I ever won the lottery, I'd pay Matt to be a full-time
well
streamer.
after we're done streaming, Matt, you got to get on your own channel and start streaming so I need some entertainment while I do homework tonight.
I don't. I actually I want to. The main reason I haven't streamed recently is because the issues I have on my processor.
Yeah.
I was playing Sea of Thieves with Austin the other
Hey,
night,
what's
and
up, Tanner?
he brought up a valid point of my. I don't think the motherboard in this PC can handle much more. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to attempt to just get a 6-core i7 processor and put that in
Hell
there
yeah.
and see if that works. If that doesn't work, then I'm just going
Just
to
ask Kaler
rebuild the
for a
PC.
nice build. I mean, he's turned into a monster. Like this man.
Like everything in this PC is
Hey, what's
fantastic
up?
with the exception of
Thank
the
you, Jordan. I
processor.
appreciate the subscription. Appreciate
And
it.
I'm actually
Oh well, that's
I'm
I
wondering
know
if
you know who I am. He just gifted us up, right?
hey.
Ah, thank you. Taco.
All right, Kaler. So I got a question for you then. Do you know if there's a company out there that will
Kaler
custom
still
make
has
a side
RGBs.
panel for this PC that I got? Because I want a transparent side panel so I can actually see the lighting and stuff.
Transparent side panel.
And if I didn't have a 4-year-old daughter that likes to, unbox my Deadpool, whatever this thing's
The
called.
pop up. The pop figure.
Yeah.
Pop figure.
Yeah. I actually, when I was, redoing my computer desk the other night, I kept my side panel off because how awesome it looked, but my daughter would find a way to destroy everything in there.
Guys, I just want to make a quick announcement. We are up to 10 viewers tonight between YouTube and Twitch. It's all because Matt.
That's the most people that's ever seen this face right here on
It's
stream.
because you joined. That's why. People like you, man. You're cute.
Ah,
And it's also because you flashed your feet. That's why. I think there's a feet fetish
should I get my wife in here to flash her nipple real quick?
I'm not trying to get banned. Buy another case or just do it yourself, Kayla says.
God, I wish there was a screen sharing function on this right now
What do you mean?
for myself.
There is.
I
Google
took
Meets,
some
bro.
badass pictures on my drone tonight, and I want to show them
there
off.
is. If you go up in the top right-hand corner of the screen, where it says like the number of people, and then you'll see like a little, like a comment box, and then you'll see like my picture or something, or your own picture.
Yeah.
Click that, and then it should say present.
I don't know what I'm doing.
Actually, just move the mouse. Move the mouse right now. And then what you could do is like look at the bottom right-hand corner of the screen where it says present now, and then click that.
Hold on, let me hide my fire nudes real quick.
Oh yeah, dude. Just make sure your search history has been deleted because we'll be able to see that.
Oh, I don't care.
Oh, yummy. Get to see all those
don't
nudes you
see nothing.
send.
Those are Snap exclusive.
Oh yeah. You got to subscribe to
I
Matt.
don't.
Oh yeah, guys.
I don't.
Matt, what's your Twitch name?
Oh, it's Ninja Ginger 45.
NINJA. Yeah, type that in stream so people can go follow your channel.
I'm just gonna say hello. There it is.
Oh yeah, follow him. Follow him on Twitch.
I wasn't gonna shout myself out.
No, we all about that support here. We all about that family support, you know. I mean, you coming on, we got 11 viewers, man. I'm gonna share the love. That's what it's all about, spreading the positivity. Gotta pay it forward, bro. So, are you gonna share your screen or nah? Matt, your microphone just cut out. Matt, Matt, dude, your microphone cut out. No, I can't hear you, buddy. I can't hear you. Hello, hello, hello. You just okay. Hello. I think his headset died. Yeah, it's flashing, Matt. Followed. Nope. Can't hear you. Nope. Mm-mm. I see your lips moving. Well, guys, while we have technical difficulties, I just want to thank everybody for coming out tonight. Use sign language. I'll translate. Do you really speak sign language, girl? Okay, Matt, you got to do that again. Do it again. That's the only sign language I know. That's the only sign language he knows. Oh, man. Again, I just want to thank everybody for coming out tonight. This is awesome. It's great to always have the continual support of DayDreams. Matt, top 10 most powerful anime characters, BRB. Okay, you're fine. Go ahead. Just let me know when you're back, Matt. Matt.
Oh, wait. Am I back?
Yeah, you're back.
I'm an idiot. I'm over here like trying to figure out how to turn my microphone back on, and it's the big red button that had a slash through it.
Please tell me you muted yourself. I'm trying to, like... There we go.
Now I gotta figure out how to make this.
I
present now. So I'm gonna take. I don't want to hijack your stream.
You're fine, go for it.
If it's cool with you, I gotta actually find them. You know what? Screw it. We'll go on an adventure together.
While I'm doing this though, I'm going to change the title of the stream so people don't come in and automatically assume that we're still talking about free will.
So All right, all right.
What?
These are raw. I haven't I haven't edited them yet, which I normally do before I upload.
I'm just gonna title the stream Matt Allen, aka Drone Junkie. Is that cool?
That's cool.
All right. Updating it. All right. So I'm going to.
This is actually I haven't seen these
That's-
yet, so this
minimize
this is a
Yeah, I learned some sign language. Oh, that's cool. Nikki tried to learn sign language, but she stopped after the first 3 weeks.
Wow. Talk shit about me, why don't you?
Oh, I didn't know you were still there, girl. I love you.
So these are unedited. Can you guys see? I'm assuming so because I can see them on my
Yeah, I
screen.
can see him. Hold on, I'm gonna make this full screen, and then I'm gonna go back to this, pull you up all the way.
Yeah, I'm trying to build my YouTube channel off of this drone, but it's a grind. So when I edit it, like the trees and stuff will be more vibrant. But I saw that and I was like, I could finally see the sun without it like overpowering the camera.
Yo, Matt, please read Kayla's comment.
You can take a picture of my ass with that drone, bro. I can get up to about 2,200 feet away. So I mean, your butthole's so big, it might take all 2,200 feet.
Damn. I want a drone.
But yeah, like if you, I don't know. What's just really cool about this is like seeing the sun, and then literally I was just every minute or two taking a screen capture.
Have you taken it to the
and it
beach
just-
yet?
Yeah,
You have?
but we'll just watch like the sun just disappears below the horizon.
Have you seen the drone that's like basically indestructible? Like you can hit it with a baseball bat.
Yeah.
Yeah, you like that
So
one?
who-
Oh.
I like mine. The only thing I don't like about it is it's fucking huge. Like, oh, you guys can't see my face. Can you guys see my face
Yeah,
right
we can
now?
see your face.
So like the drone itself
He's a big boy with a big butt. How? Alright, I love it.
is massive. Like it's not a small drone.
Indestructible.
But
This is
you
into the
asked if
chat.
I have taken it to the you've asked if I've taken it to the beach.
Yeah, let me see
and the
some
answer
beach
to-
pictures. Like, have you like flown it far over to the water and then taken some pictures?
I didn't fly it super far over the water just due to the fact that look at his face.
Oh, what a cutie.
Due to the fact
Yo,
that
take that
if you
shit
can
on
see
a
the
cruise.
you're not allowed to fly off a cruise
Really?
ship, which is stupid.
Damn.
But yeah, because this is one of those things. But
Nah, that makes sense.
if you see the water behind me, obviously it's windy as all get out. There we go. So that's about as far out over the water as I felt
Wait,
comfortable.
go back to the other pic. Which pic? Keep going back. That one?
No, this one
Of
right
Matt holding
here.
the controller. Like, I guess you're
Oh,
sitting
Matt holding the
right there.
this one.
You're right there. MLG!
Send that to you.
No. The closer one.
That one.
Oh, man. Memes are going to be made. I hope you know that, Matt.
I don't care. I'll send that to my desktop. But so yeah, like I didn't feel comfortable like getting it out super far
Yeah,
over
I
the
hear ya.
ocean just because of like it was very windy. But
So how high can you fly that thing?
highest I've
Hope you
ever
have an
gotten
amazing
it.
Stream. Well, thank you for joining. I really appreciate it. And thank
Highest
you for
I've
the
ever
subs.
gotten.
Appreciate you, bud. Yeah,
Um,
how high can that go? What's the altitude limit?
well, if depends. So if I'm out, hold on, there's a certain picture I'm looking for. So sorry for clicking so fast. This is about 2,200 feet, right? Yeah, that's about 2,200 feet or so. there's so much stuff that there's variables. So if I'm at my house, I can't fly it super high because there's electronical electrical interference
really?
from like towers and stuff. But if I'm out in the middle of nowhere where there's not any radio towers interfering with the signal, it's got about a 3,800-foot range. I just can't get it up that
How much did
high.
you spend on that?
More than I care to admit.
Like above
It
above
was
500?
it was on sale for 950.
Oh, that's okay. Yeah,
And
above
that's just
500.
because at the time I bought it, so that's the Unique Typhoon H. They have the Unique Typhoon H Pro now, which has obstacle avoidance systems all around it instead of just in the front and back.
When she says she
I can
only dates
actually
pilots.
I could take this drone and I can fly it. It flies about 30. I can fly it at something and it'll get within like maybe 10 feet of it and then it'll stop going forward.
Does the drone have to charge? If so, for how long?
Actually, speaking of which, thanks for reminding me. Yes, I have 2 batteries. Yeah, I think I just jacked your stream.
You're fine, man. I mean, it works.
So the charger.
Just keep in mind when I have guests, like I like to make it about them anyway. So
The battery itself is it's a big boy.
oh, what a big of a hole. Kayla could fit that whole thing up his butt.
Sideways. How long does the battery itself take to charge? I gotta find the other battery. Where'd it go? Oh, it's in the drone still. It takes about 2 hours or so to charge from completely dead
Really? That's really quick.
to yeah, until that's why I have 2. The battery itself costs
How long does the battery
100.
life last?
Again, very, very, very. There's a lot of variables. If I'm letting it hover, it'll go for about 40 minutes or so.
You should get Slash on to talk about how cool it was to drink half a gallon chocolate milk. Oh my gosh.
Bro, chocolate milk is life.
Yeah, this dude drank half a gallon every day for a week.
So about 40 minutes or so, if I'm hovering, just not moving it around, it'll hover
Really?
for about 40 minutes. But if I drive it aggressively like I do, about 22 minutes.
Damn, for a 2-hour charge?
Yeah.
What?
That's a really good battery life for a drone because when I first started introducing myself to like drones and stuff, I had it was still a Unique brand, but it was called a Unique Breeze and it only had a 200-foot range, which sucked because I could literally only go
That's not that bad. Oh, well.
200 feet or so, but it lasted about 8 minutes in the air.
We're waiting on the gallon challenge. Oh
If
gosh.
you're cool with it, I can link my YouTube channel over. I've actually got all my
Go for
my
it.
footage that I upload
Yeah, go for it.
because Facebook dumbs down the footage. It is a 4K drone, so I like to utilize the 4K aspect
but do you
of it.
get 60 frames per second?
I don't know.
You don't know? Oh man. Because that's what I
And
like.
actually,
If 4K doesn't really impress me that much because you can only get past 30 frames per second. But I think more importantly, I can't really tell a difference between 1080p and 4K, but I can tell a difference between 30 frames per second and 60 frames per second. If Austin and I ever have an outside show, will you come record it on your drone?
I actually
Ever heard of the
I
Rainbow
would.
Roll Challenge?
I wouldn't, as long as I don't make money off of it. Because it's actually I'm technically a licensed pilot.
Wait, what?
Because of how big the drone is, it's over 5 pounds. Anything over, I think, 1.5 pounds or 2 pounds, you have to have a license to fly it.
Really?
Yes,
I didn't know that.
No, yep. It's because that's over here. Duh. I'm like, why is that still up? It's actually a registered aircraft. It's got its own tail number. If I actually have clearance, I can call. I don't have the restrictions that, let's say, Dylan, if you were to go out and get you a drone, and start flying, you're more than welcome to fly, but you're only allowed to fly up to 400 feet.
Yeah, but who the fuck gonna stop me?
If something happens to that drone, or you injure somebody, or
The government. Free will.
there's
Hey.
there's not a law against flying over 400 feet. Like, you won't get arrested for it unless something happens.
Oh, I got you.
So I can legally fly up to 3,000 feet, and that's actually you are not allowed to fly any higher than that, because then you start getting into restricted airspace. Like, that's where helicopters and airplanes and other flying
I mean, that makes
vehicles
sense.
fly.
The drone police.
Um,
Hey, what's
if
the rainbow milk challenge? Sorry, Matt.
the
The
what?
rainbow milk challenge. Jordan just asked that. She said, "You ever heard of the
I,
rainbow milk challenge?" And I've never heard of it.
I never heard of it, but I am down to hear about it.
Yeah, I'm down to hear about it. So, how long did it take you
Let
to get
me
your license then?
instant. You have to take like a little 5-minute. It's all internet based. So actually, I think I got my license in my wallet. I actually have to reprint them because when I went to the beach, the drone, due to the air, like the moisture in the air, it's what's the word I'm looking for? Damn, I can't talk
I want
today.
more white women on the podcast. I'm trying, man, but there's just a lack of white women, man. They're in
Like,
shortage.
there's a license. It's like an FAA official license. Like, it's got its own tail number. I got my pilot number and all that.
How much did it cost?
If I want to, $5.
Really?
It's not bad.
Okay, so
Yeah, it was either 5 or 10. I can't remember.
that's not bad at all. Like,
Um,
I thought this process was gonna require me to go to like some sort of training.
well, that depends on what you want to do.
Did you get a
So like, I
license
was
at Chuck E. Cheese?
talking to who was that earlier that asked about an outside show? Kaylor. That's why I said, as long as you don't pay me, because the moment I make a single dime off of that license, I have to get. There's two different licenses. There's the recreational use, which is the one I got, and then there's commercial use. Commercial use costs significantly more.
Significant change. Yeah, but who's gonna know if you
Yeah,
make money off of it?
it's
Especially if
one
it's
of
in
those.
cash.
It's one of those things that you would rather be safe than sorry, because if I'm out at an event and a police officer walks up to me and says, "Hey, do you have a license to fly that?" I have to present it to him.
Yeah, I understand that, but if someone pays me under the table to, take pictures of a drone.
Under the table, I'm down. Like, the vice president of the company I work for wants me to come down to Florida and take pictures of his house, and I'm like, dude, the money that you
I
would
live
pay
life
me,
on the edge,
and
Kaylor.
the money that this man would pay me to travel down to Tampa to take pictures of his house, he can buy the drone himself, because I'm not driving all the way to Tampa just to take a few pictures of his house.
Jordan says, never mind, it's not relevant. We're not talking about milk anymore. Basically, we're a group of friends chug food-colored milk. Yeah, weird setup.
Now,
You two.
excuse
Just
me
thought
while I
to
take
mention-
20 minutes to figure out how to stop broadcasting my
Yeah,
screen.
you're fine. Bottom right-hand corner. Stop presenting.
Stop presenting.
Yeah.
If anybody else
just
has got
thought
any
to
more
mention it
drone questions or
because
wants to see more footage, let me know. I'll make it happen.
Someone mentioned the gallon challenge. Chug food-colored milk? What's the point
That
of
doesn't.
that? I mean, then again,
That
what's the
doesn't.
point of chugging half a gallon of chocolate milk? But
Well, first off, my stomach can 100% take a half gallon of chocolate milk, because chocolate milk is life.
yeah.
And I can literally drink like 64 ounces of milk at a time and be completely fine.
You can have them taped for free, and then Kayla can sell something to you.
This is gonna. So my ADHD brain. What was it? There's an event, kind of like Coachella,
Buy something from
that somebody throws every year, where they make it illegal to sell water,
what?
because the event makes so much money off of selling water that they basically banned vendors from selling water.
Is that
So
even
what?
legal? Like, can you actually do that based off of like regulations? Like, I thought water in at least in the U.S. is supposed to be a free commodity. Like, so if you go to where is it? If you go to any fast food restaurant, like if you just ask for a cup of water, they'll give it to you.
Yeah, but in this particular event, it's against
Don't talk to me about it.
it's against
The
the
cookie
like
gets the pointed
regulations or
color.
whatever for
Ew,
them
that's
to sell
disgusting.
water. So what this vendor did to combat that
Not
was
bottled
they were
water.
s-
Ow.
they were selling single peanuts, a single peanut for $1, and then giving a bottle of water away for free with it, because they weren't allowed to give away water like for free. They had to make some money for the event.
You can't give away water for free.
No,
What?
I still don't understand the people buying bottled water. Like my wife swears by bottled water, and I have a perfectly good tap in there with a perfectly good filter on it.
Yeah, so I started doing research about filters and water filters, and typically, at least the ones you can buy off Amazon, there's no statistical significance behind how much they actually pull out in the purity of the water.
Well, my go-to water, 10 bits for Matt's wife to come slap him in the nuts. She would also injure my ankle too while she's at it, so no, I'm good.
Shit, she'll do that for free.
Fuck yeah, she will.
Nikki would too.
Do,
Nikki come over here
do
and
I have
beat
any
my
bits?
ass. Oh, that
Oh,
makes sense.
what the hell's a channel point? 490 channel points.
I don't know.
I'm still new.
Me too.
Hey, can I host this to all none of my fucking viewers?
How many followers you got now?
I think 31.
31?
No, that's YouTube followers. I don't know.
No, you got more.
I want
You
that.
got more Twitch followers than I do on my own personal Twitch channel. I think.
Well, that's because you put your time and energy into this podcast,
dude.
which, and you also, like you don't have and I'm the same way. I don't have a set stream. Like I stream when I can or when I feel like it, which
What?
here lately has been not very often.
Bro, are you saying that the same thing about me? Because we stream every Tuesday and Thursday, 7:30 p.m.
No, I'm talking about on your
Bruh.
personal one.
Oh yeah, I don't stream at all on the personal one.
I was actually playing with Austin the other night, and I was streaming Sea of Thieves, and you were the only person in here.
I come to support, man. That's what I do. Gotta spread the yellow heart. That's a terrible heart. There we go. Hold on, we can do. Hold on, we're gonna do this. This way. Bring it closer.
This way?
Yeah, bring it closer. Keep going. Keep going.
Oh God, way over
This
here.
is probably
Hold
the
on.
lamest thing I've ever done.
Oh God, hold
Bro,
on.
you're like
The
in
stream
my
del-
stream
the
now.
The stream delay.
There we go.
It's impossible.
No, it's right there. I'm like in the middle of my own screen. Look, watch the Twitch channel. Look at the Twitch channel.
I know, but there's a delay.
Yeah, keep going. Keep going. Oh, you know what? Fuck it. This is the weirdest thing I've ever done. I'm not gonna keep doing
Yeah,
it.
buddy.
Yeah, whatever. Fuck it. Yeah, gonna do the yellow heart for Jordan just because she's always been
You
supportive.
live on bottled water. My wife does too, but she is she's picky, and she has to have flavoring in her water. So she buys flavor packets to put in there,
Do a
which you
kissy
might as well
face.
just drink Kool-Aid at that point. Charging. Yeah. Do a kissy.
I don't think you saw that, Matt.
Oh no, I didn't.
Yeah,
I was
I hope
sidetracked.
everybody else saw that.
Somebody clip it.
Yeah, clip it, guys, clip it. I'm dying. Oh my goodness. But
So how do you get the chat to pop up on like not like in the chat area, but like on the screen?
oh, I'm using Restream to stream to YouTube and Twitch at the same time right now.
Oh shit, you can do that?
Yeah. So I have to use like a browser option, but there's another option where you can just take Twitch chat if you want, and I can show you how to do that.
Well, so now that you mentioned
he's
it
breaking the
earlier, I
rules.
think
Yeah, I am.
I might, after this podcast ends, I might actually hop on and maybe stream some Minecraft
Do
or
it.
that's about the only thing that my computer can stream right now.
Do it, because I'm gonna go ahead and not right now, but shit, it's 8:50. Holy fuck! Yeah, we'll call it in 10 minutes then. But
That'll work.
yeah, after that, I gotta do some homework.
Nerd.
I know, man. Trying to get educated, man.
Yeah, that's actually what my wife is doing currently.
what's her major?
Whoa, 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 whoa. Thank you.
What's her major again?
Her major, I don't know.
Dude, that's your wife.
She made
What the fuck? Matt, what's your CPU?
what do you mean? I'm not tech savvy with computers like that yet.
What's your CPU?
I'm learning.
Bro, just open up your task manager. And then go to performance and you should be able to see it on the right hand side.
As of right now, my CPU usage is it's bouncing between third. Well, okay, it's going down.
I think he's
28%.
asking like what your actual CPU is. Like, are you running like an i5? Are you running like
Oh,
not the usage you head ass?
I am running a quad core processor. It's an i5. I know that. It is an Intel Core i5 7600K CPU. It's quad core and it clocks at 3.8 gigahertz.
That ain't bad.
It's not really quite enough to stream properly.
Dude, that CPU is nice. That's how I imagine Kayla would say it. Anyways. Oh man.
Like, I've noticed, right now it's functioning properly, but the moment I try,
Matt, you sound like a YouTuber I watch. He is a YouTuber.
that's scary. That's scary.
He is a YouTuber.
That's also something I need to learn how to do is, so my, sorry.
You're fine.
So when it comes to my YouTube channel, I'm trying to, I'm trying to make it as, because I don't see a lot of drone. Were you trying to touch my butt?
Yeah.
There's a, on my controller here, there's a spot on the bottom that I can plug in a microphone.
Yeah, he said that's a great gaming CPU. 4 cores. 4 cores will struggle on stream.
Yeah, it does. It lags out real bad and it skips frames. So I'm thinking about just upgrading
Well,
to
do you not use the setup I taught you?
It doesn't work, remember?
I thought it did.
I'm just gonna wait. I mean, my taxes are coming in soon, so I'll just go drop 300 or 400 bucks on
Fuck,
a
I gotta do
i7
those.
6
I
core.
forgot. Oh my gosh.
But there's a spot on my controller that I can plug a microphone in, and I want to start kind of doing live commentary on my videos. I just
Like on
don't
your
travel
drone
enough.
videos, right?
Yeah. I don't travel enough to
This is fun.
really capture anything interesting.
Give me your old CPU. I'll give you a back rub.
Wait, what?
You cannot do your taxes until February 2nd.
My taxes are already in and accepted, but they're not going to start processing until well, they started processing on Monday, but I get back around on average 10 to 11,000 because I have kids. So if anybody ever wants to have kids, that's a good reason to have
start having
kids.
kids, man.
But you only claim up to 3, so if anything more than 3, then you're just wasting kids.
You heard it first on the stream. Someone clip that, please. They wouldn't let me file
it wouldn't let you
second.
file until the 2nd. That doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah, I know you can file as early as January 1st.
You can file as early as you got your W-2,
Yeah.
and because my company does everything electronically, my W-2 is electronic,
Well,
so I just print it as soon as
I'm technically considered self-employed with where I work at, so I'm supposed to do quarterly taxes throughout the year, but I ain't doing that. So I'm gonna have to pay a penalty when it gets there, anyways.
Well, not to be too personal, but do you make a decent amount throughout the year?
I mean, I'm still gonna get hit, and I probably have to owe. But luckily, I have a second job to where I have them take out the maximum amount of taxes, anyways, from that paycheck. So hopefully, I'll get money back from that one, and that'll go towards the taxes that I have to pay, anyways.
Shit, I know what I do throughout the year is I like on my W-4s that you fill out whenever you get a new job, even though I'm married with 2 kids, I always file single with no dependents. So Uncle Sam, he raw dogs me all year.
Yep. Mm-hmm. He
But
raw dogged me
I get
last
that,
year, bro.
but I get that big ass refund at the end of the year where if I claimed my dependents, I get about 200 bucks a week in taxes taken out. But if I claim those dependents, it's gonna cut that probably in half, but then my refund's gonna be smaller. I survived just fine off what I make
Yeah.
after Uncle Sam, raw dogs me. So I'm just gonna keep it the way it is.
Yeah.
I'd rather have that 10 to 11K at the end of the year than, 6.
Well, I think my aunt is an accountant. She does taxes for a living, so I need to just get her to get me the maximum refund I could possibly get.
My mother-in-law does it. Did it. She doesn't do it
Bro, because
anymore.
I literally,
Um,
I'm one of those people that just doesn't give a fuck. Like, I'll go right through. Like, I won't even second guess. I'll just make sure all my information is correct, and I'm not looking for the maximum refund. I'm just like, what do I owe? What do I get back? All right, cool. Let's move on.
well, see, but at the same time, you can afford that. I
No,
want
I know.
everything I
Yeah,
can get.
I get
I
it.
want everything I can get back.
Yeah, fair.
Another thing for everybody like listening, that you can do throughout the year to get, just that little bit more back is if you keep every single sales receipt that you have throughout the year. So for instance, I went to Walmart today. I spent $47. $1.91 of that was taxes. You don't get the full $1.91 back, but you actually get a portion of that back. I think it's like 40% of whatever you put in sales
Really, I
taxes
didn't know
you
that.
can get back, but you literally have to keep every single receipt and submit it with your taxes, and it's
Shit.
not worth it in my opinion. But if you're somebody that likes to, get back the absolute
Maximum,
most,
yeah.
in my opinion, the extra couple of, because my wife literally did my taxes.
Well, I think you can. No, I think you can. If you have QuickBooks, you can do it a lot easier. Because every adulting with Matt, if you have QuickBooks, which is if it's an Intuit app, which anybody who knows Intuit is the same company that runs TurboTax. But basically, if you have QuickBooks, you basically set up your credit cards, your bank accounts with them, and as the year progresses, every swipe that you make with your card, you can mark it as a personal expense or a business expense, and then you can use that as whatever tax break they find.
Will they also see when you overdraw your bank account,
Yep.
feel bad for you, and then throw a little bit of extra your way at the
Bro,
end
I
of the year?
wish,
Because if
bro.
so, I'm so about to get an extra couple of G's.
I wish, man. I overdraft so much. Not like it's a great thing, but I try and keep like a backup account going. So that sounds like extreme couponing,
That's
extreme
that's
restraints. But
yo. Wait, her. That's Jordan,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
Fandom. Yeah, Jordan. I used to work at a Publix down in Conyers, and we had a lady. So Publix, the way they used to work is you'd come in. There's those extreme couponers where they usually have a negative balance at the end. Publix would actually take money out of the drawer and give it to this lady,
What?
but yes,
You
she
can have a
became
negative
so,
balance?
yeah, so that she would coupon so well that at the end, she would have her entire haul, and then the total amount due was always like negative, and it wasn't
How is
just
that
like
even
negative a
possible?
dollar with determination and extreme patience. But this lady made thousands of dollars off of our Publix because Publix policy at the time was if there was a negative balance, they had to pay it.
Where's number one? We need him to explain. I need him to come in here and teach me how to drive.
So this lady, she would come in twice a month, get like 3 or 4 cartfuls of just anything, like anything and everything that she could. Now, granted, I do have to tip my hat to this lady. She didn't do it for selfish reasons. The money that we gave her, she donated. She
Yo, what a boss ass bitch
basically
right there, dude.
she stocked herself up for a month. She stocked her disabled mother up for a month, and then she donated everything
Hell
else.
yeah.
It was always like toiletries and stuff. But she did it so effectively twice a month that she always got backwards of like maybe $100 to $200. And the company was actually losing money off of this single lady that they had to change the policy company wide to where now if you do it, you get the negative receipt on a Publix gift card, so they're still recouping some of their
Shit,
loss.
still.
But this lady, oh,
Yo,
God,
I
I
need
was
you to
the
give me
only.
her number, and I need to become her Padawan, and I need to learn from her. She
Well,
needs
I
to become
I
my
hadn't seen
sensei.
her. I hadn't seen her in so long, but she always managed to come through my line. She would not go through anybody else's line because I was the only one that had patience. When I say she had hundreds and hundreds of coupons that some you had to type in, like not on a keyboard. You had to manually like type it in instead of just scan it.
Ooh, I don't know if I could be that person that would make someone type it in though.
She was well known in our public, so
I
people
bet,
know when they
dude.
saw her. We literally got prepared. We cleared out my aisle. She wouldn't go through anybody else's aisle but mine. I would keep my light off. She knew she can come through. We check her out, give her
Damn,
balance, yada
you
yada,
gave this woman
and
special
then
treatment.
I would take her out to her car because she always requested that I take her out to the car. She always tipped me. We weren't really allowed to take tips, so she accidentally dropped money outside of her car for me to pick up.
Yeah, what if Kayla did that
Uh,
with your drones then?
that
That
it,
works,
yeah,
right?
I guess. Yeah, as long as he doesn't directly hand me the money, I guess it could
I'm just gonna leave
still.
this money right here on this table, you know. If
What happens to
someone
the money, that's dependent on you. But this lady, she was a sweetheart, and over the course of like the 8 months that I worked there, I got to know her. Turns out, me and her grew up about 15 minutes from each other in the state of
hell
Kansas.
yeah.
She lived in Halstead, I lived in Haven,
Wait,
which
how old are you
is,
now?
you would ask me that. I just turned 27 on the 17th of this month,
Damn, dude. Wait, and
I
that's right.
think.
You just had a
27.
birthday last week.
Yeah, 27.
Yeah, I texted you happy birthday. I can't remember. I can't.
Bro, I'm literally still going through my phone and finding messages.
From people that said happy birthday.
Yeah, I'm not an extreme couponer. In fact, I get Wick, and I would rather just go buy the stuff than to go get Wick. Like, I'm that lazy.
Making Kimkin.
You're making chimkin. What the hell's a chimkin?
I don't know. Sounds like a Blumpkin. You ever heard of a Blumpkin?
Shit, we had grilled steaks tonight. Oh my god.
Yeah, Nikki
Mm.
and I just ordered Uber Eats. So I said, "Fuck cooking, man. I ain't cooking right now."
Yeah. You guys can enjoy that while you can, because as soon as kids come into effect,
Yeah, I
it's
know. Oh, I get to live the luxury life until I get kids. I think Nikki and I are gonna start having kids sometime later this year.
well, y'all need to start practicing.
Oh yeah, I've already get the moves up. You know what I'm saying?
So, and before we wrap this stream up,
Yeah.
an advice that I was given by somebody, a little old couple. If you wait until you're ready to have kids, you'll never have
Yeah, I
kids. Because there's always going to be a bill that needs to be paid. There's always going to be, groceries that need to be bought. So if kids are literally something you kind of just got to throw in the mix and hope they don't die.
I don't know about that. There are some people that don't need to be having kids. You know,
Yeah, but I mean,
Bo went on a field trip today.
I get to wake up to this little girl every day, and it's like
I know
she's the
that's
sweetest thing.
that's beautiful, and that's why I want a kid, man. I want a kid so bad, but sometimes, people. I think there is a financial point to where you can consider having kids and where you shouldn't consider having kids.
Bo went on a field trip today, and when my sister asked him what he did, this dude said some kid threw up today because he ate a bad sausage.
I thought this was a 24-hour stream. What? Oh my gosh, I would die.
If you guys ever want just pure unfiltered entertainment, have kids.
Oh yeah, I know.
Like my daughter is the I don't know how old everybody is here, but way back in the day before Bill Cosby, all that shit went down. Bill
We're going
Cosby,
there, okay.
he had a show called Kids Say the Darndest Things.
I
My
remember that
daughter
show,
was that show. My daughter is that show. Like a couple weeks before Christmas was just acting like a little asshole. And I looked at her and I go, McKenna, you need to stop acting like this, or I'm gonna call Santa Claus and tell him not to come this year. She goes, Daddy, if you do that, I'm gonna fuck you up and shove a knife in Santa's throat.
Dude, you're raising a serial killer, bro.
Bro, I slept with one eye open that night.
Oh shit.
And then today she was helping me clean dishes and she goes, Daddy, what's this? And she's like holding a knife out like this. I'm like, bro, you gotta calm down.
Bro, I'd be terrified. Like you ever see that movie The Omen with that little kid? What's that?
She does need She does need some
She
Jeebus.
needs some Jeebus. Yeah. I've seen
She
your
needs.
daughter though on stream, and she's the cutest little thing.
She's cute, but don't let that cuteness fool you. She is an asshole.
Oh man. Yeah, I've always wanted kids. Kids have been something that I've planned for my entire life. Like I wanted, I don't know. I just they're a life goal of mine.
Back to what you were saying with the whole some people don't need kids thing. Yeah, Casey Anthony doesn't need any more kids.
Oh yeah, I mean,
You know who Casey Anthony
yeah,
is,
she's the
right?
one that drowned her kids, bro.
Yeah, it's amazing how nobody talks about her anymore. Like she didn't murder her kid and put her in the trunk.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes I can sympathize with Casey Anthony.
All right, I'm not
I'm
gonna
not gonna.
condone this. I think this is...
But at the end of the day, like my daughter is literally what keeps me breathing. So
I
I don't
am not condoning this. This
look.
is said by
I
Matt
have no.
Allen and not Dylan, not DayDreams.
Don't clip it.
Do not
FBI,
clip
if you're
that.
watching, I'm only kidding. I absolutely
Ugh.
love my daughter, and I only want to punch her in her head every once in a
Oh
while.
my gosh. Oh.
Bro, my kids, they're fucking crazy. Like I'll literally wrestle them to the point where I feel like I want to hurt them. And they just keep coming back for more. I'm just like, bro,
Kids are rough, man.
I threw you across the room, you hit the floor and slid into the wall, and you hopped back up like it was nothing. But when I spank you in a serious tone, barely, you want to act like it's the end of the world.
Yeah.
Like, come on now.
It's because of the pressure. I mean, kids are tough. Kids are tough.
It's hot.
What does your shirt
Go ahead,
say?
start.
You're such.
You're such a sick, sad waste of a human being.
Oh wow, nice.
Memphis Mayfire, baby.
Oh, all right, guys. I am getting tired. Oh my gosh, this caffeine from this tea is not working out for me anymore. So I think I'm gonna call it. Thank you, Matt, for joining midstream. Appreciate it.
Bro, anytime, especially with this late stream. My kids usually start falling asleep around 8, so I 100% will be on again if you have me.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, we have moved the time now to 7:30, and so I think it's working a lot better with our stream time.
Yeah,
so
because usually, like with your earlier streams, I was in the middle of my work day. Sometimes I happen to catch it while I was on my lunch break, but no, this later actually it works a whole lot better for us working folks.
Honestly, I think we should be able to do multiple people on one screen. So if I want to have more than one person, like if I have you and Kayla on, I can have both of you in this Google Meet. I think that can
I
work.
don't know if Twitch is ready for that.
I don't know either. All right, guys.
But
Dylan's face.
I am gonna go ahead and hop over on my own channel here in the next few minutes if anybody wants to come join.
Yeah, I'll join you there. Because I'm gonna go ahead in this one, and then I'm gonna probably work on homework. I need to get this thing submitted, and then I'm gonna pass out after that. So you're gonna be my entertainment.
I don't really know what I'm gonna do on my Minecraft server, but I'll make it work. I'm currently in the process of building a tree house, so
cool. Do it. Hi, buddy. Well, thank you for coming on. Thank you for everybody tuned in and checked us out.
Catch y'all later.
It was a fantastic stream. If you're new to the channel, just drop a follow and like if you want. You don't have to. I hate it when people say drop a follow and like, and you're like, dude, who is this guy asking me for this? If you like,
your headphones are green, aren't they?
No, they're actually blue.
They're transparent.
I know. The camera and the green screen kind of take in blue as well. So, guys, you won't stream, Matt. You're not real.
I'll show you real.
Yeah. So, if you guys liked our stream and you guys tuned in, make sure you drop a follow for more content like that. It helps us.
Who is a suicidal person? They want me to take my shirt off. You ain't ready for that.
Don't do that because you're going to get me banned on Twitch. I'm ending the stream. Bye.